We're back with the bad vibe with Dwight and Jeremy.
This is episode 131.
Sure is.
And it's 131 backwards and frontwards, right? You know what I mean?
Palindrome Day or whatever.
Huh?
Is that what it's called?
I don't know. Today's Palindrome Day. Tomorrow's Juneteenth. Whatever.
Tomorrow's Juneteenth?
Yep.
Ooh, we should celebrate.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, let's get some Aunt Jemimas and pour it on our Uncle Ben's. I was looking through we went grocery shopping today, right? And, because I got my $285 PEBT card today.
Dude.
Just raking in the money from this Corona.
Dude, you can't wait till the second wave.
I don't know how that happened.
For the listener who is a new listener, Dwight is, I think, evil. Ever since Corona started, every time I talk to you, it's some new windfall of money you're getting.
It saddens me that you think.
You got a bonus at work. You got a fucking, what was the other? You made a pretty good chunk of change in the stock market over the last couple of months. Mm-hmm. Like, when I say good chunk of change, like, unless our listeners are rich, like, for us, like, working class people, the amount you have in the stock market is very impressive. Mm-hmm. What was the other one? You got the $1,200 like a lot of people got, and then recently
12 for me, 12 for my unworking wife, and $500 for each of my kids.
Your wife is essentially jobless.
I got $3,400.
$3,400 from the government.
Never missed a day of work.
Yeah, missed a single day of work throughout the Corona.
Neither did anybody at my job though, either really.
Yeah, some of them did. Let's face it.
Oh well, yeah, but anyways.
But anyway, so and then Dwight texts me today, and he's like, "Send me this link that looks like if I click on it, it's gonna be like the little skulls dancing across the screen, or it's like the war games. It's like I'm playing a war game, but it's real."
You have to send money to some prince.
Yeah. It worked out for you. He's so lucky with money.
Me money, right? Some prince.
Some Nigerian prince sent him. So it was some link, and it's like, if you have kids.
I talked this prince into saying that I'm somehow related, and that
he sent you $280 so that you'll send him $1 million in 6 months.
$285.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this and is that a statewide thing or a countrywide?
That's a country thing.
Okay,
so it's the pandemic stuff.
So if you live in the United States and you have kids, I guess, in school,
pancakes. Yeah. That pandemic money.
You can get $285
pancakes
of like food stamps, basically.
So, anyways, let me get to where I was going. All right, so I used this card. I only went grocery shopping today to see if it worked.
Yeah.
So we got stuff like I guess we will use. It's not like. I was like...
You're like an evil rich guy in a movie.
Yeah. It's not like I was all like... I looked at my kids, I'm like, kids, come on, get up. I like pick them up because they're weak. You know what I mean? I was like, let's go get food. And like, dust comes out when they talk and they're like, yay.
No, instead you go there with your kids. They got fresh haircuts. They wear like Gucci.
No, they don't wear Gucci.
But it's funny though.
I don't know where you buy Gucci.
I don't either.
Is it like a Gucci store?
I guess it's a Gucci store.
You know?
The Gucci.
I know more of where you could buy a coochie.
Yeah,
I don't think you can buy a Gucci.
Over there where you work, you can. But do you think that, how they have Gap Kids? Do you think Gucci for kids is Gucci Gucci Goo?
Really? That's stupid.
It's a little stupid, but it's a pretty good.
That's pretty stupid.
It's not a bad marketing ploy.
That's like the glue that they seam things together, the purses together.
Gucci Gucci glue.
Yeah. Okay, anyways, yeah, that's ridiculous. I don't think we can get past that one. We're going to have to just end and restart. No, anyway, that will be another lost episode.
But what was my point I was making?
I don't know.
No. I was saying...
I don't want to get back to that.
You've done so well financially since the coronavirus started that it's like... I think I said earlier... You've been more successful than the virus itself?
No, I believe... I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm just going to... You can quote me on this.
I'm quoting.
I'm going to say coronavirus is the gift that keeps on giving.
It really is.
It really is.
For you, yeah.
Yeah.
It's killed people. It's businesses are shutting down. I think... obviously the cops killing George Floyd is what started a lot of the protesting, but I think the reason that it's so intense is because there's also a financial... crisis right now because of Corona. So all that shit's going on. The world burns around you, and you're over there spending fucking food stamp money that, you don't need. You are easily middle class. Well, the upper end of middle class.
I don't know how we got
and you have food stamps from the government.
I applied pretty much as a joke.
I know. But you're like
something free. Okay, I'll do it. You know.
But you're like let them eat cake. You're like that. Yeah. You're like this rich person that doesn't even understand how anybody has problems with money. You're becoming wealthy. You were my level of wealth, like whatever. Like we're both like middle class, working class. You were my level 4 months ago. The coronavirus hit. Now it's like when I come over here, I'm embarrassed by my clothes because y'all are so well off.
No, honestly,
you're sitting there petting a tiger.
No, we got rid of the tiger, but we're getting something better, and albino one, right? No, anyways, we're having one cloned.
Yeah.
No,
it's got just a touch of your DNA in it.
Yeah.
Like it's like a hybrid, so you'll love it.
We got Elon Musk to find us one from Mars.
Yeah. Fucking Martian tigers.
Anyways, I was trying to get somewhere. Oh, we were at the grocery store when I was like picking out stuff I didn't need with money I don't need.
You're buying shit just to throw it away.
Oh, shit.
You just want to make sure the poors don't get
People
it.
spend their own money to give people that need it. I spent poor people's money. I didn't need it.
You told me earlier, and you weren't like, it wasn't like in a joking manner, that when y'all got home with groceries, it was hard to put them up. There wasn't room in the
there wasn't.
Like in the cupboard and stuff.
In the freezer. We didn't need groceries. There was a couple things like I wanted to eat steak tonight. You know what I mean? And I wanted to eat steak Sunday. It's Sunday, Father's Day. So I was like, let's go get a couple things for that, and we'll try the card.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, kids, you want snacks? You know what I mean? But that's what the people that are on the other side, the poor, you know what I mean? They get like thousands of dollars. I worked for Schwann's once, and I stopped at these people's house. They were on my delivery route. This was like 9-10 years ago. And anyways, I stopped at these people's house, and
for the listeners that are not familiar, Schwann's is a food delivery.
It's everywhere. It's not just Texas.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Fucking everywhere.
I don't know. I've never been anywhere.
It's Schwann. It's got a picture of a swan.
And it's Schwann.
But it's Schwann.
We talked about this before.
Yeah,
very misleading.
Yes, it's very.
Yeah.
Anyways, so now the Swan Man's here. I'm all like a bird. Yeah. Right? We have like a bird hat. We have wings. Right? I'm like, what?
Yeah, you have a beak hat and wings, and you walk up with flippers on that are painted orange, and they're like, oh, the Swan Man. You're like, it's Schwann.
Yeah.
Why would you think Swan? Why?
Then they change it to Swan, and people are like, look, it's the Schwann Man.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, so I worked for this company, and I went to kind of a local place or whatever, a local town, and the house that I stopped at was like in the hood or whatever, Yeah. And I go knock on the door because it's like I was running someone else's route. I go knock on the door, and then like 1,000 fucking kids show up, right?
Yeah.
And they're all like, "Oh, Swan Man's here," and they all want to look. And I'm guessing, I don't know if it was like all her kids or maybe she's babysitting or something.
Just so I'm clear on this.
Yeah.
These kids, do their lives matter?
It depends on who you are.
Do their lives matter?
No.
No.
Well, the basic... Trump would say no.
Would that cop in Minnesota...
Biden would say no unless they vote for him. You know what I mean?
I was just trying to think... Would that cop...
If they don't vote for him, they're not black. We'll say that. Okay? So, no, anyways, yeah. So, I go and I get the card, and I'm over there, and she's, like, picking all this stuff she wants. She picks out, like $250 worth. It's, like, a really good stop for me, because we worked on commission.
Yeah.
And, anyways, I'm going over there, and she gives me her, like, little Lone Star...
yeah, because food stamps aren't stamps anymore.
Yeah, Lone Star. It's called Lone Star in Texas.
Yeah.
But it's just like a food stamp card.
Yeah.
Anyways, I go out to the truck, and I'm, like, calling in. And when you call in to get payment, it gives you their total amount.
Oh, really?
It was thousands of dollars. And she was buying fucking ice cream.
Nice.
Not like ice cream and stuff like that. She got kids everywhere. They all probably got a box.
I wonder if maybe she was like a foster parent.
I felt like...
She said there was a shitload of kids and she had a lot of money on her card.
Also, there was this dude that pulled up. And one of those, like... It looked like it was off of that one with...
Back to the Future?
No.
Damn it.
Boys in the Hood.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a Cadillac, but no, it's like a convertible, but it's long.
Or like a 6'4" Impala.
But it's got like the rims.
Yeah.
And he's got like gold chain, gold teeth. Yeah. This dude gets out and he's like, I'm going to die. Or I'm buying drugs. I don't know. I mean, it's either or. You know what I mean? He thinks I'm a narc. Why am I here?
Yeah.
You know, I'm wearing like khaki short shorts that are like above my knee.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And a red like polo shirt tucked in with a belt.
As soon as
we had to wear brown boots.
When a cool black guy shows up,
I look like I'm probably like taking something. Like I'm the repo guy. You know what I mean?
What I'm saying, if you're like a white guy, when a cool black guy walks up, you immediately become aware of how dorky you look.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck, my hair.
My hair got combed over while he was walking up. My shorts got even whiter.
He thinks you're either a Mormon, a cop, or there to buy drugs.
Yeah. I'm like, hey there, neighbor. Right? When he walks up, I'm like, what the fuck am I saying?
How'd you like some frozen goods there, good
I'm like,
sir?
what the heck am I saying? Right? You know what I mean? Jesus Christ, that's a nice car.
Because you're just telling me, you just vaguely described the guy, and he's awesome. He sounds cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know.
He sounds cool, and you sound like a dork.
In some way, when he walked up, we did a handshake.
Yeah.
Right? No, but anyways, he got that chick to like get him something off of there, of course. You know, I mean, half of those kids are probably, maybe his. You know what I mean? Yeah. But no, anyways, it's just like, what the fuck? So my little $285 card, I was kind of upset because I have 2 kids and it was supposed to be $285 each. But and that's like the minimum. I think people get $360 something or something. I don't know. Depends on how much they make, I think.
Y'all get home and your wife's like, we're gonna need a bigger fridge.
Yeah.
But a lot of people at where I work, a lot of the people are like super conservative types, Especially my boss. He drives around a lot for work, and he always has it on like conservative talk radio, which is always just like it used to always be like Obama is literally the devil. Like, he wears hats so you can't see his horns, that type of shit. So he
doesn't wear hats.
Yeah, but he'll get into discussions about, he'll get like real mad about people like, he's like, yeah, I just don't like these people that they get like welfare and they take advantage of it. And like, I'm always like, who cares? And he's like, well, that's taking tax money. And I was like, no, it's not. Your taxes are how much they are. That's going to go somewhere. Who cares if it goes to somebody that wants to buy ice cream from Schwann's or if it wants to go to buy bombs to drop on kids?
Anything, it's going back out into the economy.
Exactly. I don't,
you know what I mean?
I never cared because, we grew up real poor and I always like kind of felt for the poor people. But even if you're literally like, because they'll be like, well, what about these people? They drive like a Cadillac and they have nice clothes, but they get food stamps. Like, I don't know, good for them. When Donald Trump did it, remember when he was running for office and somebody's like, made a big thing about how he didn't pay very much in taxes? And he's like, it's because I'm smart. And everybody that loves Donald Trump was like, that's awesome. Well, what's the difference?
He's like, yeah.
And Tyrone being smart enough to scam the system for, and they always say like it's people like to be racist and say it's black people only that do that. It's not. It's poor people who do that.
All right, so I got an idea here. All these small businesses are starting to close down or could close down because they're not getting business. Okay. So what I think they need to do is they
give you money, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's your plan.
For coming up with this idea, yes.
Yeah.
I get half, right? Of everything. Right? Half of the White House. Right?
Yeah. Half
there's like a line drawn,
yeah,
with chalk, and you hit on the side.
You get the bathroom half so you can charge them to shit.
Anyways, so no, I was thinking like, all right, what if those little like food stamp cards, they're only allowed to be used at like little mom and pop,
local businesses.
You know what I mean? Instead of huge, companies.
Well, that would be fine in certain places, but some people like say. Like if you live,
like Walmart's all you can go to.
Exactly.
Or Safeway or here HEB or
whatever it is.
Like yeah.
The people who live here, they don't have options for grocery shopping. There's one place you can go.
Yeah.
Unless you can drive far, but a lot of people can't afford it or don't have a car or something. But that isn't a bad idea to incentivize people to shop at local businesses.
Yeah.
But like here, you couldn't even do that in the town we live in.
Well, I think. For one thing, though, if they did do it, I think they should pick what you can and can't get. Because, all right, today I was kind of like tipping the scale. I was like, all right, well, worst case scenario, we buy some of this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got the money.
You're going to throw it on the trash anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we did. Right? There was this, like, really hungry-looking kid looking at us. And I turned and smiled as I was squirting that snack pack into the trash. While bending over, right? It's like a snack pack coming up. No, so anyways... I was thinking though, like, what they should do is like the essential food. You know what I mean? And that could be a little broader, but there's like straight up like people getting Doritos, and Doritos, and like, you know what I mean? snack packs and like shit like that, for real.
That's the thing that people complain about, and that's another one where I'm in the minority on this, I think.
Someone's going over there to spend like $7 on a 5-pack of Go-Gurts. Yeah. I mean, like, it's like, because it's free money.
Exactly.
Of course, I got this free money, but I was testing out to see what I could get. Because back when my wife got pregnant, all those years ago, we got on WIC, because I was like, well, I mean, I didn't make a lot of money back then.
You were poor back then.
Yeah, I was poor back then, and that was like 8 years ago when my son was born, and then almost 6 years ago when my daughter was born. So when they were both born, for the first like year or whatever, they were on WIC, where you get like bread and like vegetables.
I remember you used to give us peanut butter a lot.
Yeah, Reese's peanut butter, amazing. So anyways, also milk and all that. Reese's peanut butter was the only one you can get on it.
Which is weird.
So I know it's like the best fucking one.
Yeah, it's one of the best.
So anyways, and like cheese and stuff like that. But then also like formula. Formula was the reason I wanted to be on it, because it's just like $15 a can. Dude. So we got it free. We never paid for formula. Mm-hmm. So anyways, on that though, you can only get the things you really would need. You can make a meal with that other stuff. You know what I mean? Like refried beans and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You got the baby's food, then you also got some other stuff, and that's for the mom.
Yeah.
And then when the kid gets a little bit older, if you're still poor, you can still get it, but the amount goes higher and the thing gets a little broader of what you can get.
Yeah, I get what, because people always say like that's the problem. That like you go to the store,
people are over there buying like a fucking thing of Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yeah,
and that's with their EBT card.
I'm for that.
And they go and just like swipe their card, enter their code, and they like got Reese's.
I'm for that.
No, I'm not.
And I'll tell you why. Because sure, they're clearly taking advantage of the government, the system, whatever. First of all, I don't care if they take advantage of the government. But second, that's such a small...
I think this would help the health part too, though.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. Of course, it would be healthier if you could only get... There's been talk of them making something like that. But here's my thing. That's such a small part of people taking advantage of the government that it doesn't even make a blip.
Oh, yeah. The government is taking advantage of the government. Yeah.
I mean, you have these multi-millionaire and billionaire type dudes that pay less in taxes than, like, say, you do. They're taking advantage of the government for millions and millions of dollars, whereas some lady is like, I don't know, if it's scamming,
buying from the schwan'struck.
If it's scamming, if you take the value, so like let's say you take the value for, she gets a pack of Reese's with her $10.
She gets a Dr. Pepper and some Reese's.
Okay, let's say she has $10 of EBT, and she gets $10 worth of candy and junk food, right? And let's say that's 5,000 calories of food, right? She could spend that same $10 and get 20,000 calories of food to get something more dense, or she could get 5,000 calories of healthy food, and that would be better off for the government, because the government loses when people are unhealthy because of health care.
Yeah, because they also get that free.
But even if they don't get it free, like even if they don't have like Obamacare shit, even if there wasn't that, when you're sick and you're poor and you just go to the hospital like we've done before when we were young, you just never pay for it. Well,
yeah.
You know, that money has to come from somewhere. So, but anyway, but what I'm saying is, whatever that number is that like welfare mom scams the government for, it's so tiny compared to what the real problems out there that people are doing, is that if you bring it up, it makes me wonder, why would you even bring it up? Like, why is it such a big thing to you that a few, some people scam?
There's a lot.
But I'm saying, not everybody, obviously.
Yeah, but there's millions of people that are just getting that and buying snacks.
Yeah, but even...
It's a huge problem.
Even all of them added up, one of the rich guys in the United States...
Oh, yeah, I understand, but what I'm saying is, think about, like, all right, so it'll help a little bit of health, right? Because they're picking better stuff. They have to pick better stuff. Are they going to get upset and not accept it? Are they not accept their EBT? No, they're going to use it for the healthier stuff.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't think it's a bad idea. I just think, to me, it's...
Reese's is like, why are you fucking saying this?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. We got our peanut butter.
Let's face it, Reese's isn't what... It's hot fries and orange soda. But what's funny is people always do make it a racist thing.
Shasta goes out of business.
Yeah.
It should be.
But people always make it a racist thing because when you say that, like welfare mom shit, people's mind is a lot of times it's a black person.
It's poor people.
It's poor people.
That's all it is. It's poor people.
It's just, I mean, obviously there's more white people on it than black because there's, black people are like 13% of the population.
So, that's what I'm saying.
And
I'm
some
not
of them aren't on,
any
or a lot of them aren't on the thing.
I'm saying this is like, people are abusing it. So, if they're eating healthier, they're going to be healthier, and they're going to think and do positive. Yeah, no, I agree that Dr. fucking Rogan, he's all over that shit.
I agree, yeah, but...
He's on next week.
Is he funny?
Funny.
But I agree.
He just looks intense.
Yeah.
Right? He's just...
I agree that it's a good idea. I just don't really... to me, it's like, who cares? Poor people's life sucks. I don't eat Reese's.
It would be an easy thing to go and fix. You just be like, hey, starting July 1st.
It is funny, though, that we...
It's like, sorry, bitches. You know what I mean? That's how it starts. And it's like, sorry, bitches, comma. And then it's like...
I thought you were going to say comma and hose.
I send a lot of emails for work, so I know, like, the formatting of emails.
But it's funny that we had a story making jokes about you abusing a welfare thing, and then we lead into a serious conversation.
Yeah, where I think people shouldn't abuse. Yeah, but I do, though.
I mean,
$285 is what I got. These people are getting thousands.
I don't think many people get thousands.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I guarantee you that was some kind of like foster mom.
No.
Everybody I've ever known...
So much money.
Everybody I've ever known would have like I've known people with like $600, $700, $800.
You get a couple $100 per kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So maybe she really had that many.
How poor you are, the more you get.
Yeah. So either they were foster kids or her kids. Either way, she had a lot because there were a lot of kids.
There's people that can really fuck the system. They get free housing.
I know.
They get free rides to work. They get a job. But
it doesn't affect me at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't make my taxes higher.
No, I mean
that's a myth.
But it can.
That's a myth.
If their money, all right, if their money is being paid by the government has to have that money from somewhere. So if more people are going on welfare, they're going to raise taxes. No,
but it isn't even about raising taxes. The government is... You're a business person, so you understand this. You know how you have like a yearly budget, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. When it's the end of the year and you see your balance left, what do you know you have to do? You have to spend it, right? If you don't spend it and you have a surplus over, you'll get less in the next year's budget, right?
The government ain't like that, though.
I'm telling you, dude. They will spend how much they get. They create money to make it more. How do you think the defense budget just keeps going up? It's trillions and trillions. It's something like, I can't even remember, but our defense budget in the United States is so big that it's something like 10 times bigger than the next 5 added up countries. Russia, China, add them all up, like the next 3 or 5, whatever. I don't know the actual statistic.
Because we make our own money and we just...
Well, no, because we are like a military-industrial complex. So our economy, a big chunk of it, is based off of building our military. That's why we're always at war. Have you noticed that we've been at war your whole life?
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, people forget they're still at war with Afghanistan. It's not even in the news, dude. But that's what it is. So it's this like
I mean, Afghanistan remembers.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I'm sure they're aware.
They're like, we get it. We won't run into another fucking building.
Yeah,
right.
They didn't even.
God, you've been harping on us for 19 damn years.
Yeah, they're like,
we ran into 3 buildings. Right.
It'd be like
try to run into a 4th.
It'd be like if your kid got a B+ and you spanked him with a belt.
Yeah.
It's like what the crime and the punishment outweighs the crime. Like
no, all right. He got a C, a B+. You're saying 9/11 was a B+, right? So let's say he failed.
Okay,
right?
let's call it
a
D.
Every year for 19 years, he's already graduated.
Yeah.
You're still fucking spanking him.
Yeah.
Every 6 weeks.
Every 6 weeks.
Every 6 weeks when a report card would come out.
Every once in a while he lands a punch on you.
He stops coming around.
Yeah.
He's like, you're popping a belt. You're like, you coming this Christmas?
I guarantee those Afghanis don't know what they did anymore.
No.
19 years ago.
Oh, there's ones out there with guns that were not born then.
For sure. Most of them, I would assume. Most of them. Because, I was in high school when that shit went down.
Yeah.
And I'm old now,
So, wow.
But anyway, that's what I'm saying is a big chunk of
back in the old days, right?
A big chunk of our economy.
Grandpa took over an airplane with a tiny piece of sharp metal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're like, fucking Americans.
Right?
Like,
yeah.
Like, I don't know.
They were afraid of us. They thought we were just going to, like, land it and get off the plane.
They thought we were going to, what, like, trim their cuticles? I don't know.
And then, damn.
But and the people who did it died.
Mm-hmm.
Although somebody had to get away with it or something because they had 19. I'm sure they had 20. 19 hijackers is like the thing. That's how many there were.
Really?
I bet it was 20.
Altogether?
I guess. I don't know. I just
Not one plane, right?
No, they did like 3 or 4 planes.
No, but I mean like 19 on one plane. That's kind of ridiculous. That's a lot of planning.
They're
buying all the tickets to be on one plane, and they're going to kill that many people for one plane?
Yeah, you know, like, Ali's like...
Because it was like 2 or 3 people on each plane, right?
Ali's like, I do not want the middle seat again. He's like, he's like, I like the aisle, you know. I wish I could talk.
Y'all got those, like, sandals?
They had to take them off. Actually, they didn't.
You're like, I don't want to.
Death to America.
Oh, shit.
But
I can't do an Italian one.
If they did 19 on one plane, there wouldn't be enough room for...
ridiculous. It's a plane that only fits like 18.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
One of them is the pilot.
Yeah. Right? One's the pilot.
One's got to catch a lap.
One's the stewardess. Right? The flight attendant, right? They're giving out drinks to the other ones.
One guy's the baggage guy. He stays on the tarmac.
The guy buys like one of the little like $20 salads and they charge him.
Charge his card. He decides not to get an extra Sprite because it's too expensive.
Oh, he has to call his bank because he doesn't have funds on there, and he talks to one of them. Right?
Weirdly enough, it's Bank of America.
Oh shit! Dude.
Oh shit! But anyway, I don't remember why we're talking about terrorists. Oh, we're still at war.
You know they have like a McDonald's in almost every country, right? Something like that. It's like there's a McDonald's fucking everywhere.
You'll always hear some weird thing where there's like a McDonald's somewhere there aren't even people. You know, you'll see that like there's a McDonald's in the middle of the Sahara. It's like, why?
The guy's lost there. He's like, he just passes it, right? You know what I mean? He's like, I don't want to walk through the rest of this desert with the shits.
He's more of a Burger King guy.
No. Anyways, so no, like they're in like India or whatever, right?
Yeah.
India, one of those, you know, Afghanistan. They got like a McDonald's, and they're like, "Did you want fries with that?" Right?
Yeah.
I guess they would say it in their language, you know.
Yeah, I don't think they speak.
You think
English.
they still have them like McDonald's still has them say the same things, you know?
They're like, "Welcome to McDonald's. Would you like a hot apple pie?"
Yeah. That's pretty good.
It's not, but
that's better than your Italian.
My
You're
Italian.
like, that was my Italian.
We are talking about Italy, right? But it's I wonder though too if because they'll say like in China it's McDonald's. It's like kind of the same menu, but they'll have like egg rolls or something. You know what I mean, or whatever they eat over there. So they'll have like, you can go to McDonald's in China and you can eat what you eat here, but you can also, they'll have something local there. You know what I mean? So I wonder what, like in those weird like Death to America countries, what is there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like little boy ass or whatever.
Because someone don't eat cows and stuff, right?
In India, they don't eat cows.
Why not?
They worship them.
Oh gosh.
Same reason we don't eat Jesus. Oh, we do eat Jesus. That's weird. I didn't think of that.
We eat Jesus?
Yeah, the Catholics. They do communion. You know that, right?
The cracker?
You know about that, right?
The body of Christ.
To them, it's not a cracker. To them, it's a cracker, right? It is a tortilla or whatever.
It's like his foreskin?
Yeah.
They're like, sucking on it.
Some chick's in there rubbing her twat while she eats it.
She giving birth to the Antichrist.
Yeah. But anyway, what the Catholics believe...
In liquid form, it's jizz.
Jesus.
He ended up like jizzing on a little thing, and they like, like froze it. Where it's like little sheets, They like cut it. They put it in the oven,
Yeah. But it really is.
They put it in the oven at 450 BC. DC, whatever it is. AC, right? After.
AD. Now they say, ever since I've been in high school and up, they used to say BC and AD. Before Christ and ad dominium or something. Like after whatever. But now they say BCE. Before Common Era. And Common Era.
And that's at 0.
So, like, BCE is behind 0.
That's ridiculous, dude.
I don't know that. I mean, it makes
it's like a negative and a positive.
I don't know.
I like numbers, so that's...
Well, what's confusing, if you like numbers, when you read ancient history, it always gets confusing because they'll say somebody's lifespan, and the numbers go backwards in BC. They count down to 0. So you'll see a guy's lifespan, it's like, oh, he was born in 481 and died in whatever. You know, it's like, and then he died in 388. And you're like, wait, what? Like, it always...
He was 7 years old, but he lived 300 years before and then 400 years after.
Yeah.
Right?
It's really confusing if someone was born in BC and...
You're talking about the people that are like 700 years old.
No.
Yeah, that's like, what?
I'm just saying, in BC, if you were born in the year 40 BC...
Okay.
And when you were 10, the year would be 30 BC. Because it goes backwards. But when you read it, it's always like... It'll always throw me off at first. Because I'm like, wait, how is that? Oh, yeah, it goes backwards.
All right, so...
Oh, Jesus, I was going to tell you.
I was going to say dinosaurs.
Same thing.
No, but you think there was dinosaurs?
When?
I mean,
ever?
Millions, whatever, years ago.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there were.
All right.
I've seen Jurassic Park.
But then, like, you know, like, what is it? Like, Catholics don't believe in dinosaurs?
Not so much Catholics. It's more like the hardcore Protestant types.
But there's like there was no dinosaurs.
They think that either... I've heard...
But people live to be 700-800 years old.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
But they think that either dinosaurs were around when people were, or dinosaurs... This is something that's pretty common. Dinosaurs weren't real, right? That's what they'll say. And then you say, yeah, but they dig up bones all the time. You know, it's pretty obvious. Like, well, the devil planted those there to make you, like, to get you away, like, to make you not believe. And it's like, I mean, come on. I get you love
the
Jesus.
Ones that wear the little, like cloth hats the girls do?
What? No, I mean, it's there's several types that think
like
that.
The girls all wear dresses and shit?
There's those probably think that too, but you ever see that dude? There's like a place in like Missouri where you can go and he built a fake, like a reboot of the ark.
Really?
Yeah, you can go there, and it's because the Bible tells you how big the ark was, and it's funny because it's not really that big.
It's in metric.
Yeah, it's in cubits. So, but they know how much a cubit is. So he built it, and you can go there, and it's like a museum, and it shows how all the animals were on there, and it shows in his museum there's a dinosaur with a saddle and a dude riding it.
What?
So his thing is that there were dinosaurs, but they were when people were, which is wackadoo.
2,000 years ago, those dinosaurs.
Well, the thing, sometime between whatever, like 10 or 8,000 years ago was when the Earth began. So dinosaurs and humans existed from the beginning. Humans are still alive and dinosaurs aren't. That's what they believe.
Wow.
But you can't just, like, when you go up to, like, just any religious person, don't assume they believe that. That's a wackadoo guy. But, I mean, there's a lot of people that believe that, but generally they don't. But here's what I wanted to tell you.
Was it Jesus Rex?
Anyway, so the Catholics... They have communion. So the Protestants, where I used to go to Protestant church when I was a kid, and we had communion too. And for us, it was symbolic. They would say, you eat this little cracker and you drink this juice, and it's symbolic that this is like his body and that's like his blood, which I always thought was so weird.
Cannibals.
Yes. But at least it was symbolic. The Catholics, they have this ceremony.
You're like, hey, where's Jimmy? Your friend Jimmy didn't show up today? Everybody's like, shut up, eat your cracker.
Yeah.
And you're like, this little wine's a little thicker.
Mine's got a pube, not on it, but growing from it.
A little thicker than last time. Like.
But anyway, so the Catholics, they do their communion. They do this ceremony before they do communion. And the priest, like, says some kind of, like, he's like, blah, 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 something over the cracker stuff and the juice. And in their mind...
on it, too, with those tongues.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're definitely catching corona. But they believe that it transforms and is the body of Christ.
What the
which,
fuck?
Okay, let's. Okay,
it's like on the Pokemon. It's like, what's that, Messiah? Right? It shows a little outline of Jesus, right? You know what I mean? You said transform. That's what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah. So, but here's
Next
the
Sunday they find out. You know what I mean?
Anyway, I don't know Pokemon well enough to have any references. Team Rocket.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's the devil.
Yeah.
His demons or something.
Okay, so. Let's. I always do this. You like have a hard time with this. Okay, let's say that what the Catholics say is real. Let's say he does do a spooky ceremony, and the cracker does turn to the actual body of Christ,
like into some skin.
I mean,
like, with
they're eating
hair
it.
On it.
Yeah,
I mean, like
it's dirty. Because
someone's like, "Oh, I got the sack again."
Some chicks over there just blowing his dick.
She gets the whole dick. Another girl's like, "I wanted the dick this time."
They're like, "You're supposed to eat the body of Christ, not shove it in your twat."
Oh,
no. So, but if it is, what you would run out. Like, there's only so much of it. If you think you're literally transforming it into the body of Christ.
Very thin sheets.
The body of Christ is a real thing. Like,
yeah, what if
Jesus,
they're like, well, these are just 2% body of Christ. Right?
Some get skim.
You know what I mean? Some guys like, I don't want any carbs. Right? How many carbs are in this? Because nowadays they'd have to say that, right?
Yeah, well, there are a lot of people that
they call them G's thins instead of wheat thins. Oh shit!
The Keto diet. Because if you're keto, you can't eat that shit. But if you, but wait, so you're transforming into the body of Christ. But Christ is like that is a dude. The body of Christ is an actual historical.
You mean like
thing.
matter, like the amount that he is transforming him.
Exactly.
If you're already talking about dinosaurs 8,000 years ago. I think they can keep making him more. You know what
I think a dinosaur with a saddle on it and a caveman riding it is far more believable.
Do they have
than
like
some spooky pedophile turning a fucking cracker into Jesus?
Do they have like bones or something where they say it's him, or like dust that they say it's him? No.
Because there's the place. There's a couple of times they said they found the tomb of Jesus maybe, but I mean the story is
the first tomb or the second tomb.
I don't know that there is a second tomb.
They put him back in the first tomb?
They never put him back.
So when he showed back up, where'd he go after that?
I don't know. I think he just like disappeared.
You know what I mean?
I think he just walked into a cornfield and slowly faded into it.
Yeah. He's waving. He's backpedaling and like waving. Because they're all like, look at that, he came again, right?
Him and God play catch for 10 minutes.
Saying he came again, right? Yeah. Who came again, right? No, anyways, they're like, Jesus! Right?
She's like, Jesus!
Yeah.
Dick in her mouth.
Anyways.
So he died, they put him in the thing.
And then he comes out on Easter.
He
wanted to hunt some eggs.
Yeah, of course. Right? Makes sense.
He's hiding them.
But he comes out, and then...
He's running around real fast around the yard. That's why they say rabbit.
He was fucking a lot. That's why it's a rabbit. He'd been dead for 3 days. He came back. He had... Yeah. You know how morning wood when you sleep like for 8 hours? Imagine being sleeping dead for 3 days. Or 2.5.
He got out... He escaped that little prison thing that he was in that mountain or whatever. Just so he can go fuck chicks. Yeah,
you wake up with 2.5 days worth of dead morning dick. Morning wood. You can nail another savior to that.
He's like, the body of Christ comes in you.
The body of Christ impales you.
He's like, man, that 2.5 days in that thing sucked.
He's like, I mean, sure, I jerked off at first, but that gets boring.
It was dark as shit in there.
You know he was fucking those handholds.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I would.
Damn.
The things you fuck when you're like a teenager and you just can't get laid. I never fucked a lot of weird stuff. I've heard stories of people fucking between the couch cushions. I never did that. I'll tell you what I did do, though. It's kind of embarrassing, I guess. I don't do it anymore. I remember one time this was when I was like young, like first started jerking off, right? And I thought it should be more like real. Because I was thinking, like, I didn't really know how sex worked, but I knew it wasn't me being still and then something going back and forth against me the way jacking off is, right? So I put my dick on, like, the counter and like held over it with like 2 fingers, and then like so that I could like thrust. And I realized after like 4 thrusts, like, this isn't nice. This isn't good. Maybe I could have put it on a towel or something, but I didn't. But I did do that. But because I always
never did anything like that.
You had to.
Never put it on the counter.
No, but you probably brushed your teeth
on the glass?
You probably brushed your teeth on that counter. No, this was when I was like young. This was when I was like the time that I'm thinking of that I remember doing that. I was
How
like,
did you go from Jesus fucking his hands
to me fucking my hand is a pretty easy leap.
You fucking count.
It doesn't take a leap of faith. But
you getting top from the counter.
Like, hey, come over here and countertop me off. But
now, anyways, the Jesus thing though, for real. So, the body of whatever his, little crackers.
Yes.
They really think, or like that's what it's like supposed to be. Like you said, symbolic.
I grew up in the Protestant church.
They're still like that though.
I'm pretty sure. But here's what I'm saying. I grew up in the Protestant church.
They should get like some cheese dip with it.
I know.
Like,
Dude, it really isn't good. Like the crackers that we had, it was like stale.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, I mean, it's 2,000 years old.
I'm being picky. I'm like a welfare mom.
Oh, shit.
But,
it said it expired in, 1999. You know what I mean?
So anyway, we were Protestants, or I wasn't.
But on the bottom of the box, it says, Nabisco. You know what I mean?
Necrisco. That's terrible.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
But that needs to die and stay dead for 3 days. No, but anyway, so we were Protestants, or my church was that I went to. So when they would tell us about Catholics, it was like the Catholics, like, they're going to hell. They're pagan. They pray to statues. That's what we were taught.
This is made in Israel. Right? Isn't that where it's?
But it says China. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Jesus of Nazareth, but he was born in Bethlehem. It's a funny story.
Bethlehem what?
Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. There is a Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Really?
Yeah, but that's not where he was born. Oh. Unless you're Mormon, I think they believe that. I'm pretty sure. They believe he came to Texas or something. I don't know.
They just want more men.
Yeah, who doesn't? But anyway, so when they would tell us about Catholics, they would be like, they pray to saints and they're going to hell. They're all terrible people. But I've always heard that they believe, and there's a name for it. There's a word for that. He says some kind of spooky prayer or something over the fucking cracker, and they believe that it's called the transformation or something. So in their mind, it's it's not even symbolic. It's it is a cracker, but it's the spirit of God goes into it or something crazy like that. I mean, wackadoo stuff.
Yeah.
So
because he says a couple of words and waves his magic wand over,
and it all comes.
That's what I wish they had, a magic wand.
They do. The Catholics.
Yeah, they have a little They
got that little bucket on a string that has smoke coming out of it.
That's not a magic. I mean, that's more of a.
It looks magic.
He rubs the side of it and then Jesus comes out. Right?
He's like, you ain't never had a Messiah like me.
Oh shit! Oh damn it!
Yeah. So, strangely enough, that guy died in a closet, and they found him 3 days later.
Really?
I don't know if it was 3 days later, but for the joke, I hope so. It's pretty funny.
Anyways, you think Will Smith's gonna kill himself now?
Will Smith is.
I figured you were gonna say I hope.
I mean, I do hope.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is Will Smith has an energy about him that weirds me out.
Mm-hmm.
He's
in his 50s now.
Yeah, but when you see him,
or
easily,
yeah, I
would say well in his
high
50s.
40s, or I would say if we're already in our fucking mid.
Dude, we were little bitty kids watching him on Fresh Prince,
and he was in his 20s on that.
Yeah, so it's he's an old guy. He's old enough that he could be our parents, kind of possibly. But anyway, what was I saying about Will Smith? Oh, he has a weird energy. If you ever see him, okay, so not acting, but a video of him just talking, it weirds me out. He doesn't seem human. He's he's you know how Tom Cruise is? How he's intense and staring everybody in their eyes and positive. Will Smith is like that. It's like weird. Anytime I see those super, super rich guys, I'd rather be as poor as I am than be what they are.
They're like, headliners. So any movie they're in, they're like main guy, right?
I mean, Will Smith and Tom Cruise are the two of the most famous people on earth.
That's what I'm saying, though. I think it takes a certain kind of person to get to that point. Or getting to that point makes a kind of person.
I think it's three things. I think it takes a certain kind to get there, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think being there makes you a certain way.
Uh-huh.
And I think the trip there makes you a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
I think all three of those combined to, you're never going to see...
Captain Planet?
You know how they think Keanu Reeves is? Yeah, Captain Planet. Captain Planet Hollywood.
Yeah.
But you know how they think Keanu Reeves is? Like how you always used to hear about how he's just this sweet, he's so down to earth and all that.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I think he is like a pretty cool dude or whatever. But that's a persona. Like, he seems amazingly awesome because he's way more normal than most people at his stage.
Yeah.
Almost all of them are fucking weird. To the point, like I said, I wouldn't want to be that. I wouldn't want to be... Is it worth it? Do you think? Would you trade your life to be, to have $100 million, but have to be as fucking weird as Will Smith or Tom Cruise or fucking like Nicolas Cage?
It's not like that and you're it.
But I'm saying, would you trade your life for that? I wouldn't. No. I mean, you're wealthy now, so...
No, I mean, I like to, the government is giving me like free money all the time.
Yeah, all the time. Go check your mail now. I guarantee there's a check.
I did this thing on Facebook, right? And it said something about, like, join Biden or whatever. And you're like, are you going to vote for Biden? That's what it was. And I picked it, it goes this little thing, and it's like, all right, you're on Biden's team or something,
Yeah.
And I saw this one for Trump, and I said no. And then it goes this thing, and it's like, you're on Trump's team. I'm like, I didn't fucking put yes.
Yeah.
I put no. Anyways, I guess it, ended up sending me, fuck it, I got emails now. And it's all like something about we need you, or Donald J. Trump needs your help. And I'm just like, well, he's fucking paying me.
You need to email him back and say he doesn't need your help because you don't live in a swing state. Donald J. Trump is going to win Texas. It doesn't matter if you vote for him or not.
Yeah.
He's going to win Texas. If Texas is blue, it'll be the first time since, maybe Lyndon B. Johnson.
What, Ohio? Is Ohio a swing state? Florida?
Yeah, Ohio... All those states that don't matter, they had to give them something.
Yeah.
I'm sure Vermont matters in that because it doesn't matter at all anything else.
Commode Island. I want to say someone has had to call them
Commode Island. That might be the title of this one.
Commode Island.
Is commode a common thing?
What do you mean? Everyone shits in them.
I know, but I say toilet, and I wonder...
I was like, yes, I think so. Me and you are the only ones with toilets. Everyone else is just shitting outside in their yard.
Everyone else just shits in their pants.
They're sitting there, looking at their phone, squatting down in their yard, like, hey, Jim. Hey.
But I mean, is that a regional... Okay, just for instance, we used to have this friend...
Everyone else has outhouses?
Yeah. Me and you used to have this friend, this girl, who was from the Rio Grande Valley. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so she grew up, if you're not familiar, the Rio Grande Valley is the very southern tip of Texas. It's 99.9% Hispanic. So she grew up not even knowing white people and not speaking English. So anyway, she married a white dude when she was older. And me and her were talking one day, and I said, hey, when you get up, will you get my drink out of the icebox? And she's like, that's so funny. And I was like, what? She's like, white people say icebox. She said, the first time my husband said icebox, I thought he meant like a cooler. But we say icebox to mean refrigerator. Mm-hmm. But for her, icebox didn't mean that, right? So commode, does that...
I think I call it refrigerator.
I normally do now. Sometimes. I mean, I call it both. But icebox, it would have never occurred to me that somebody wouldn't know that icebox means refrigerator. Mm-hmm. But it's like a regional. Mm-hmm. So there's things that are regional, right? So I wonder if commode, because it's such a weird word. How often do you hear somebody say commode?
Yeah, you don't.
I don't know. It might be regional. If you're listening to this, you don't know what we're talking about. It's that thing you shit in. Some guy's like, my wife's
mouth.
Oh,
like y'all do microphones? Right? Oh, yep.
Yes. That's a commode.
Yep. 2 hours a week.
I shit way more than I podcast. I never, because we do 2 hours of podcast a week, maybe a little bit more. Mm-hmm. I shit more. I think I am sitting on the toilet trying to or shitting more than 2 hours a week.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Way more.
Because was it 7 days a week? Okay, let's say 20 minutes a day.
Way more.
How many minutes is 2 hours? 120?
Yeah.
So 10 minutes a day for... Oh, yeah.
Way more, yeah.
Dude, I take shits. Mm-hmm. Taking a shit...
You take like 4 before you come over to record one.
I don't know what it is. I'm not nervous when I record, but I always get like a little bit of that like nervous stomach feeling. Mm. But anyway, I spend more of my life taking a shit than I do
probably anything else.
Blurting out shit into these microphones. The microphone thing, I hope it got the response it deserved.
Yeah.
That was funny. Not what I just said.
So, Jesus.
Dude, hold on. Jesus.
You have anything more about Jesus?
No.
Or we kind of like rode that one. It's too long.
We put that one in the tomb.
Yeah, they should have a long time ago.
Yeah.
Right?
Dude, have you gotten the a thing about the census? Census?
Yes.
Did you fill it out correctly?
I don't remember. I don't think we did it all. Did y'all do it?
Well,
I'm going to. You just sent it off, I think.
I don't know if my wife did it yet, but we got it in, and I told her, I was like, oh, we got to fill it out incorrectly. She's like, you can't do that. And I was like, why can't you? She's like, no, because it's like against the law. And I was like, first of all, it's not against the law. They just stuck it in our door. This wasn't registered mail. You can throw it in the trash if you want. Who gives a fuck? Yeah. It's what people don't understand about jury duty. If you just get something in your regular mail for jury duty, it doesn't matter. They can't prove that you received it. But anyway, I told her, so I was like, just put that we're Asian or something. I was like, just put that we're a household of 8 Asian Americans. And she's like, I'm not going to do that. She was like, my wife is kind of a straight arrow, you know. Anyway, once she started looking at it, she got kind of annoyed because there were too many selections on there. She's like, she called me in there. She's like, what would you say you are? And she's like, German, Irish.
What?
Welsh.
There's not just Caucasian?
I guess there's Caucasian, and then you can also pick that. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I mean, a lot of Irish, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that I'm 2% Greek.
They make you, like, lick this thing and send it off. So
they make you send a stool sample. Yeah. If it's a bar stool, they know you're Irish.
Oh, shit.
But, so she's like, this is crazy. And I was like, just fill it. So I don't know if she did because she was sitting there writing, but I was telling her. And I told her to put, Asian, Pacific Islander. Because our town has a small enough population that if you put something wacky in there, you'll see it and shit.
Yeah.
Our
grocery store is going to start having weird...
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
they're going to start having those fucking little flowery necklaces that they wear in Hawaii or something. So that's why I said, you will see... Because you see these, like, if your kids go to school, you've seen it. It shows, like, that weird racial breakdown of the school. Have you seen that?
No.
Well, they make one every year. And, because I remember when I was in high school, it was like 50-something %.
I thought it's, like, illegal to do stuff like that.
Why? That's what they do with census. They count how many. The census in our town is not accurate.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, those people that are here illegally are not filling it out. If they are, they're not filling it out, honestly.
Yeah.
You know? But I told her, I was like, I wanted her to pick something that there aren't any of in this town, right? Like Pacific Islander or Inuit or something like that. Because you could pick that. So pick Inuit. You know there's no Inuits living in this town. It's 180 degrees here now. So, and I wanted to pick that because I wanted to see when that breakdown comes out and it's like, 40-something % white, 40-something % Hispanic, like 10% black. Yeah. And then it's like 0.02.
Like our podcast, we can see that someone's in Hawaii listening to us.
Yeah, somebody in Hawaii has listened to the last several episodes.
And Alaska.
Yeah, and Alaska. We are no longer bound by...
international waters.
Yeah.
We haven't been. We haven't been.
No, we've been, but we've never been... We finally got some downloads in Alaska and Hawaii for the first time ever.
All right, so anyways...
But anyway, when you leave the breakdown, I want to see Pacific Islander, Inuit, whatever.
So you check all that stuff off. I don't know, it's that much work. What if you're at the door when they bring it?
They'll ask you
Or it goes in the mail.
No, ours was stuffed in our door.
Yeah.
My stepmom did it back in 2000.
My wife's like, hey, this was on our door when I got back. And I looked, I was, hell.
Her natural Mexican instincts were to throw it away because she didn't want to get reported.
So That's a lot of work, though. But if you answered the door, they just ask you the questions?
Yeah, well, I guess because in 2000...
That'd be so much easier.
In 2000, when they did the census...
Not for your thing.
No.
You go and put paint on. You got tribal art tattoos on your arm. Right? You're doing some kind of a dance in the living room.
My wife's in a hula skirt. My son's juggling flaming
torches. Yeah.
We got a pig with an apple in his
You're
mouth.
making everybody Mai Tais.
And then it's just you coming over. I'm like, fuck!
Yeah.
But, I've been growing my hair out for nothing. But my stepmom worked for the census back in 2000 when they did it. And she would like...
They pay pretty good?
I mean, I never did ask. But she would tell me because I was still in high school. And she'd be like, so-and-so, like Steven Johnson's family? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, how many kids do they have? And even then, just so you know that I'm like true to my fucking colors, I lied to her.
Oh, wow.
Because I have no respect for censuses. I just don't. I don't know what's wrong with my brain. But I'm the same way. I was 16 or whatever back then. And now I'm 37.
It's not going to be exact. I mean, even if they really go and ask, because there's going to be places that just people don't want to be found.
Well, her problem, she was telling me, is like, she's man, I've been by their house like 20
Think about
times.
like in like Houston. They're going up, knocking on people's tents.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, bums.
Hey,
nobody counts bums.
You know what I mean?
Nobody counts bums.
They just do houses?
What I'm saying is like, because when you...
They're like, there's 500 people living in New York City. You know what I mean? Oh, shit.
But when you read an article about bums, it'll say, like, there are between 75 and 1 billion bums in New York. You know what I mean? It's like, the numbers are so crazy. It's like, there's either 1 or 40 billion bums. Yeah. Like, nobody's counting them. The numbers are so wildly, like, they're just guessing. But, So when they say like there's 350 million people in America, that's not counting illegal aliens because they don't they don't want to be counted, right? Legal aliens.
Well, sometimes you can't even see their spacecraft.
It's hard to count them. Right. Their number system is different than ours. Yeah. It's binary.
A little beam come, you know what I mean? The census lady's walking from house to house, and they get beamed up, and she's like writing it down.
Yeah.
They like put it back down.
But even even first generation Americans have distrust of like government asking about who lives there shit, so they're not telling.
So
people like
they
me
do this every 10 years, right?
I think it maybe even more at least every 10.
I think it's every 10 years.
I know it was in 2000 and it's now.
In 2010.
Every 10 or maybe every 5 even, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's every 10 though.
But
we have a sign, the population sign changes every 10 years.
Yeah.
I believe.
It's going to have to add a fucking aloha thing on there after.
So, anyways,
if my wife listened to me, she put Pacific Islander.
All right, I want to have to do this next little part right here.
Oh, yeah, this is important. Listen up.
Yeah, so we ordered little rubber wristbands, silicone wristbands that we're going to be mailing out to anyone that will go on and leave any review. Whenever you leave a review, please email us at TheBadVibe
or BadVibe.
TheBadVibe at gmail.com. TheBadVibe at gmail.com.
Yeah, email us like screenshot the picture of the review and rating that you left us.
Yes.
And email it to us, and we'll send you. And you can pick like if you're a woman and you want a pink one, or if you're a dude and you want a pink one, or if you want a black one. I think those are the only two options, right?
Yeah. I think girls are going to want a black one.
Yeah, girls want a black one, and guys want a pink one. Yeah. Oddly enough.
Anyways, there's going to end up being some pictures of these on.
It's those little rubber bracelet things you get for like fundraisers and stuff. Yeah. That we bought a bunch of, and they're free if you just leave a review and a rating.
Yeah, I'm going to end up posting pictures of these on Facebook, and we'll go from there. We haven't gotten them in yet, but if we start getting these in, we will start writing it down. I do want to mail these out. I want people walking around with these fucking wristbands.
Yeah, for real.
So, anyway.
And also, if you've already left a review,
go on
just email. Yeah, just email and tell us. And, that's it. Yeah.
So, anyways, please go and do that. As always, go on there, like, subscribe, find us. We got our vibrators group.
Yeah, it's
and there's
growing.
also our the Bad Vibe podcast page, and we're on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Nobody watches it, but it's there for you if you want to.
Yeah, it's there. Anyways, as always, if you're listening to this, you are the Bad Vibe.